Hello, good morning, wonderful people. Back again. It's a Tuesday morning. I hope you are doing great. Um, we are doing great on this side, and as always, we're spilling some flavorful, delicious, creamy legal tea. So please join us. Grab your seat, and join us. I'm very excited. I'm so happy to be here this morning. Welcome, guys. I'm really happy to be here. I love doing what I do. So I can't help but be all smiles when I'm on here talking to you guys about the law and, giving all the tea there is to give. All right, people, we're going to jump right into it. Oh, not sure what's going on, but there's some droplets that just spilled on my dress. All right, guys, so today we're going to be talking about welcome if you're watching from Facebook, if you're watching me on YouTube. Also, a very warm welcome to you. It's a new channel, so please subscribe, like, share, comment, and I will be happy to, read your comments. All right, guys, we're going to be talking about travel during the pandemic as a green card holder. So I shared my screen. I'm not sure how it just vanished. Okay, let me pull it back. I will pull the screen. Okay, right there. Okay. Okay, there it is. Welcome, welcome. I see someone trooping in. Please drop me your comments. Let me know you're watching. I'm sorry. Yeah, I still have this bad cough. So please bear with me. And I definitely do have a nasal swank because of the cold as well. I mean, if the flu I was dealing with. So excuse me if I sound funny. Okay, so we're going to be discussing travel issues for permanent residents in pandemic times. So during the COVID-19 pandemic, travel restrictions, of course, can change quickly for both lawful permanent residents, those are green card holders, and others who are seeking to enter or return to the United States. If at all possible, traveling outside the US should be avoided except in the most urgent situations. Of course, if you don't have to travel, don't go. If you do, keep it very brief and then come back as soon as you can. So if you're a lawful permanent resident, that's an LPR or a green card holder, you should keep the following concepts in mind when considering travel outside the US. So we're going to go through the concepts. It's all about the, abandonment of the green card or relinquishing your green card, discussions on that. This is a very different concept from the physical presence requirement of becoming a citizen or the continuous continuous presence in the US, when you're going to become a citizen. This has to do with abandonment of your green card. So please note it's a very distinct concept. We're going to be talking about it in a minute and be talking about all the, oh my gosh. I share my screen and then it just goes off. When I scrolled, okay. I definitely have to solve this. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Okay, we have it right here. All right. So guys, you must maintain a permanent US home or you risk losing your green card. So if you're a green card holder, always remember that when you're traveling outside the country, there's a clock ticking. There are requirements. You cannot say you're a green card holder and then stay outside the US for a certain number of days, for more than a certain number of days. So your travels must always be less than 180 days. So 180 days is 6 months. Absence from the United States of less than 180 days, there's no presumption of abandonment of your permanent residence. Okay. And then note that when you abandon your green card and you want to come back to the US, you have to start the process all over again. You start the entire process again. So please bear in mind, this is a very, very crucial thing that you must keep in your mind. Okay, so absence from the United States of more than 180 days are 6 months. So between 6 months and 1 year, kind of a, you know, a light red flag. It's not a major red flag, but you know, you're courting for trouble. So there is a rebuttable presumption that you may have abandoned your green card, meaning that the US government will assume that you have abandoned your residence. And now the burden is on you to tell them that, look, I haven't abandoned my residence. Okay, so when it's between 6 months and 1 year, there's the trigger, there is a rebuttable presumption that you have abandoned your green card. An absence from the United States of more than 1 year equals an automatic loss of your LPR status, of your green card holder status, unless appropriate steps are taken prior to departure to preserve your status. Okay, so if you stay out of the United States as a green card holder for more than 1 year, you lose your green card unless you take steps. Usually, I'll go into that, but usually you should apply for a re-entry permit before you leave the United States to make sure that you're coming back without problems. Okay, so let's scroll down. Okay, so that's actually the next thing. Preserve LPR status by applying for a re-entry permit. Let's talk about that very briefly. It's a really quick video, so don't worry. I won't take too much of your time. This is a really, really quick video. So, all right, there it is. I got that back. So here's what you need to do. If you believe or know that you'll be outside the US for more than a year, what you have to do is that you should apply for a re-entry permit with the U.S.CIS, United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, before you leave the US. So your immigration attorney, of course, can help you with this. You need to be physically present. You need to be here in the US when the application is filed. And then you also need to be in the US for biometrics processing, okay? You know, they'll take your fingerprints and then take a picture, you know, just your bio data. And then you will also need to be in the US for biometric processing, which is usually scheduled anywhere. I'm just getting some emails. I'll attend to them later since we're on this. So you'll need to be in the US for biometrics processing, which is usually scheduled anywhere from several weeks to several months after the U.S.CIS receives the application. Of course, so you have to plan ahead as much as possible. There's currently a number of delays, and some biometric processings are being waived. So just plan ahead of time, and then, you know, try to apply if you're going to be out of the US as a green card holder for more than 1 year. What if you did not obtain a re-entry permit before leaving and remain outside the US for more than 1 year? So the U.S.CIS has not announced any policy exception regarding this issue. So there's no exception for you. LPRs who have stayed outside the US for more than 1 year or longer than the validity of the re-entry permits are generally considered to have abandoned their LPR status or their green card. You've abandoned your green card. So if your situation falls within either of these scenarios, you wish to return to the US, you'll need to obtain an SB1 returning resident visa. Yes, the SB1 is a visa that you need to file when you're trying to return, you know, to the US as a resident. Okay, so you need to obtain the SB1 visa before traveling to the US and you have to apply for the SB1 visa from the United States Embassy or consulate in the country where you're applying from. It's quite strange that I can't scroll. Okay. All right, let me just scroll down to the final portion of this. Well, I think maybe we should end today. Okay, no, we've done just about 9 minutes. Okay, let me just do the final two portions, and then we can end today's video. Okay, so if you are unable to, okay, right here. So if you're unable to return to the US within 1 year due to the pandemic related, travel restrictions, they block the borders, or, planes are not flying, the airspace is blocked, or whatever from your country, you have to be prepared to provide evidence. And here's the evidence you're going to be needing. Number one, that you made timely attempts to come back to the US, such as you had an airline ticket, it was cancelled, and then show emails or other correspondence that documents your intent to travel to the US and your inability to travel. Okay, if you don't have any of these things, be prepared to provide evidence establishing why you could not travel, such as evidence of local lockdowns or government mandated travel restrictions. Okay, so it's all evidence that you can provide to show them, look, hey, I'm a green card holder. I've stayed outside for if you're unable to return to the US within 1 year. So yeah, I've stayed outside for more than 1 year, but I didn't abandon. Here's a problem. Here's my evidence. I bought an airline ticket. I tried here's the local lockdown, whatever. Then you provide all that evidence in addition to your application. Okay, so continued ties to the United States, such as you need to continue paying your mortgage, your rent, as well as associated housing costs. And then also be prepared to document your temporary housing arrangement, that you own no property in the foreign country. So if you've lived outside the US for more than 1 year, you need to show that, okay, maybe your house was in Frederick, Maryland, or Woodbridge, Virginia, and you continue to pay your rent or your mortgage for the whole year. You didn't abandon or sell your property here in the US. That shows that you're still a green card holder and you're tied to the US. Okay. I'm sorry. Then also prove that you maintained employment relationship in the US, such as employer letter showing that you had a leave of absence and you will be rehired upon your return to the US. Or provide evidence that you did not work in the foreign. Also provide evidence that you did not work in the foreign country except possibly for the US employer. Okay, so you need to show that when you were, let's say you traveled as a green card holder, you were in Ghana, you didn't go and work in Ghana for a Ghanaian employer, just trying to resettle in Ghana. You need to show that even if you were working, it was with, let's say, your law firm. Your law firm or your office or your HR firm here in the US, and you were working for them remotely. Okay, you have to show that you have ties still to the United States. You haven't abandoned your green card. Then, if applicable, evidence of illness or of yourself or your family member that kept you from traveling back to them. Sorry. I'm sorry. This is I just had a crazy accident. I don't know if I was throwing my hands about too much in a bit to demonstrate. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me try to adjust the camera. And then, I'm sorry guys, that was an unexpected accident. I think the camera is still too high. Let me pull it down a little bit. And drop me a comment if everything is okay. You can see me very well. I think it's fine now. Oh, okay. I think I crossed my leg and my feet tripped the wire or whatever. So, okay. So you need to show. So, for example, you went to Ghana. You stayed for. You're a green card holder. You left the US. You heard that, oh, your mom has, a terminal disease, some very serious disease, or illness, some terminal illness. And then you went to Ghana and you stayed for like 1.5 years. You couldn't leave her because, she's not able to do anything. She can't eat without you there. You need to show evidence of that. Okay. And that's what kept you from traveling. If it's you that fell sick, you need to show evidence of, your illness and how that kept you from also traveling. Okay, so if applicable, evidence that other family members stayed behind in the US while you were abroad and unable to return. So if you have, family members like a wife and kids, they were still here in the US, you just had to go take care of some business. All right. So those are the things you need to show to tell them that you did not abandon your green card. I think we can just yeah, like I think we can finish the rest of this video tomorrow, hopefully. So let me just share the final thing. There's a final evidence that you need to submit as well. Okay, so right here, you need to show financial evidence of continued U.S. ties, such as as for the United States and their taxes. Remember, that's always a requirement. So it's always a great way to cover your back. Like once you show them that you'll be paying your taxes, oh my friend, you're good to go. Like they love that. So always keep that at the back of your mind. Financial evidence of continued U.S. ties, such as U.S. tax returns, banking records. So tell them that, look, I was away, but I was paying my taxes faithfully. That's always a strong point. So don't forget to do that. All right. So guys, I think that we can finish the rest of this video tomorrow. So I will see you again tomorrow, and then we can take it from there. Let me pull this away, and we have Olamide Adebayo says, good morning. Good morning, Olamide. I hope all is well with you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will end the video, and then I'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe and be blessed. Bye-bye.